This week sees us on the home stretch of the groundworks and installation of the French drain begins. From painting bitumen paint
This is horrible.
to installing the plastic membrane in a very tight spot.
Oh, well, we're sort of getting there.
Lots of mini digger action as we backfill the drainage with 14 tonnes of gravel and finally creating a level driveway.
Tiny little step.
Without breaking our neck.
If you've not already subscribed, we really would appreciate you clicking the button, hit the bell so you are notified of our next episode, and of course a cheeky little thumbs up.
I'll just do a quick test on the wall, see how it goes on. I think it'll go on okay with this.
Yeah, well,
I'll give it a go.
you've got 50 square metres to do.
Oh, don't depress me. I have the most unglamorous job today. All the rain we've been having that delayed our concrete pour has created a bit of a boggy, wet mess behind the wall, and further down it actually we had a bit of a landslide further down.
So I'm behind the wall now, and there's the beautiful capping I did. So this is the small section of wall, the 1.5 metre, and I've only got a small gap down here. It's not the full 40 centimetres that I was hoping, and I don't want to dig any more of this bank out. So we're going to make that a small section, and then it's going to come round to the corner and then come across the floor for the full 40 centimetres all the way down the rest of the wall. This is the product they have in France for retaining walls, or basically just waterproofing of walls. So you saw that Julie's already painted on a bitumen type paint. We've given it 2 coats. What normally goes on now is this sort of plastic membrane with lots of little dimples. It's like an egg box. And the flat side goes up against the wall, and then these little dimples allow any water that comes to the wall to hit it and then just drain down, and that'll drain all the way down to a French drain we're putting in. Help! Julie's just coming round now. It's all yeah, it's quite difficult, this.
Ian's got his concrete nails, and we're just securing the plastic strip.
The tutorial we saw on YouTube, the guy in Corsica basically just had a concrete nail gun and just whacked them all in. So I have my drain, I can just feel him there. So I've got to be really careful now. So I'm going to cut around him. I think I've got slack there. This is the fabric I've got. It's like well, it's called a textile for drainage, I think. Basically, this will wrap around the pipe and the gravel. So we'll put this down on the ground now, and then put the pipe on, which is there, and then hop on the mini digger and dump a load of gravel on top, and then wrap this around both sides like a big taco or burrito, whatever you want to call them. Well, this is the idea. I've just done a sort of cradle, stuck the this side with tape and put some staples in on the this side here. You gotta tell me.
Yeah, you okay? All good?
Does that look alright?
Yeah?
It's getting quite difficult because when I'm dropping it, it's actually catching the white fabric and pulling it off. So going behind, so Julie's just scraping it back onto the right side of the fabric. We'll do it a bit more gently. It's really hard. It's just on the limit with the actual mini digger to get over this wall.
Plus,
It'll be easy when I get onto the concrete. because I'm a bit higher.
It doesn't make a dent.
Oh, no. Right, Julie's just wrapping the final bit of this first section, and then we're going to dump another load on top just to wrap it all in. Yeah, but we've got all these big rocks. That's taken care quite well of this corner. We're getting there. It's a bit of a pain.
Oh, it's not a nice place to work around here.
But
I'm not moaning. Trust me, I'm not.
oh, it'd be good when we get this done and we can have a this will all be then level across. Be a nice platform up here.
Right, we're now on to buckets over the big stones.
Yeah, we're just putting a few last buckets into positions where it's difficult to get the digger. Just up against the plastic. Yeah, it's better to have this gravel coming up against this corner part of the wall instead of the dirt and the clay, which can put a lot of pressure on walls. So we should have good drainage anyway, and it's got rid of all those rocks down below, which were right in the place where we've got to dig the footings for our other retaining wall. So two things in one. Sit on it? No, oh God's sake. You could have gone the other way and you won't knock the alright, see?
Ooh, that's easier than negotiating the bog.
Right, to just protect this pipe down here, we're going to make a little step there, and the other bit of wood.
That protects it.
Yeah. The next job was to remove all of the landslide mud and clay. We decided to fill up that corner with the mud and clay, and that saved us taking it out and dumping it somewhere else. But yeah, it was very skinny, very difficult to move with a spade. But yeah, we ended up getting it all done and then trying to dry out the concrete to get the plastic down. Ugh, horrid. Well, we managed it. Oh, what a horrible job. They're all horrible. I'll be so pleased when we're stopping digging dirt, mud, or mixing concrete. But we've got all that clear all the way around the back wall as well. So we'll let that hopefully dry out, or at least let the mud subside a little bit. Well,
At least we have a nice clean work surface now, Ian.
mm.
You can actually make use of it. I'm caught on the...
Tricky part now, trying to get this first section done. Got some slightly bigger nails this time. A bit more expensive, but I ran out of the little ones. They seem a bit better actually.
Are they?
A bit more sturdier.
Well, considering they said they didn't sell these type of nails here.
Yeah. Right. Well, those nails seems to work all right. Bit warm. I'm going to get a couple more along because it's a bit difficult to film. Fold up the bottom, and then I'm going to tell you something that we might have done slightly wrong.
Oops.
And if you noticed it, stick it in the comments below before I mention it. All right, we'll see you in a minute. Wow, that was a bit harder than I thought with those other big nails, I'm going to swap to my smaller nails for the top cap. So we put the sealant on and then the top cap. But like I just mentioned before, can you spot the mistake from what we did before to what we did now? And I only noticed it because a short came up on YouTube just out of the blue installing this stuff. And you were supposed to put the knobbles, of course now I realise, against the wall to allow an air gap. So air goes in between the wall and the plastic. Now luckily we only did this small section here. And all of this small section here is an external wall. So it's not part of the garage. This here is where the garage starts. So I've done it all right now. I'm not going to pull all that out. As I said, it's just it's a retaining wall, but it's an external retaining wall. So we've painted it with double bitumen and we put the plastic on. Yeah, but all that gravel and clay I'm not shoveling out by hand. Right, so we're going to carry on now with the fabric and the drain, and hopefully we'll be able to fire up the little mini digger and get some weight put on top of it.
Oh, I see what you're doing with it now.
Yeah, it's just this section, but I'm not sure whether it's going to work or not. But anything's better than nothing.
I don't think it's just more protection, isn't it?
As I said, there's spray foam behind.
Oops. Away.
There. So that will
So
fit round that.
ready for the yellow pipe.
Yeah.
It just needs a bit of stretch. There we go. Alright, went on okay.
Yeah.
We're just slowly working our way along now, securing the mesh fabric, and this fabric's what's going to go over the French drain once it's been installed. We'll just slowly work our way down. And we have some metal pins that we're...
No, above your head.
Oh, are they? Oh, yeah, I see them. Giant staples. I'm just the other side of the wall waiting for Ian now to pass over the drainage. There you go.
I'm just putting this sealant on, but it's not really for sealing, it's just a flexible glue to get it into that T-junction. So now that T-piece is all connected up. We've got the other drain going off that way, and then the main grey drain going down towards the garage that way.
So that's 2 buckets. So hopefully that'll just hold the pipe in place, and we'll do that sporadically along the line, and then we can get the little digger out. Yes, I'm not doing it all by hand with buckets. so I can help Ian guide the stones. That's 2 of Ian's bucket loads over the wall. It's hard for me to film while he's coming over because I have to direct him because obviously he's going blind. But there we go, so we've got to slowly work our way all the way along doing that now. Oh, I think he's ready for another one to come over. There's Ian checking.
It's going slow because I've got to take a load and then drive all the way back now. So
yeah. Oh, we're working our way slowly down. It's doing it. Yep. And there's the pipe. All Ian sees is my hand above the wall giving him the thumbs up, back, and drop it down. All clear. So back to it.
that last little drop for Julie, I just felt it struggling a little, which always means that it's just coming to the end. I mean, there's plenty in there, but because I'd gone up into the air using the front blade, it took it out of the feed drain or the feed pipe. So I'm just going to fill some up.
Yeah, Digger's doing well. You've not marked the slab at all. It looks good.
When I drop the stones, I do sweep them up.
Yes, I've
just to
noticed.
try and then I'll get the odd, because this is just the size gravel. They get stuck in the tracks of the digger, so I'm making sure they're all taken out when I see it. I can feel it when you're going across the concrete. You can feel it.
I could see the stones when you were the other side before you actually physically got onto the pad.
Yeah.
The pad.
Good morning, another beautiful morning here in the Pyrenees. Back on site after quite a late one last night, trying to get as much gravel down as possible in the drains. We've got rain due and I just don't want any more mud falling on top of basically an unprotected pipe or unprotected fabric. So we got the majority of the gravel on there. I'm going to finish that off this morning and then carry on with the driveway and get all that flattened out to get all that excess gravel nice and smart. Put the top coat of the 020 on top and get it all tampered down. I'm going to try and put down some old concrete as well, any bags of old cement we've got, even the new ones actually, just to get rid of it for now. Put all that in powder because it's going to rain tomorrow, so hopefully then it'll all sink down, solidify and be a nice solid surface for the rest of the year when we start doing the metalwork.
Last little bit and we start on the return. I've been collecting the stones as they've come along and made a pile, and the purpose for that was I actually saved all my stones just to make a little retaining patch here. So as Ian now is behind me with the gravel forming the height of the drive. Now the drive's going to be higher than this pile of stones. I've got a stick as a datum, and later we'll be making another retaining wall, but for now Julie's pile of stones is coming in handy just to stop all the gravel for the drive, making that level up, collapse down into this dip. Gravel. We haven't continued beyond the base of the garage slab because we need to do all our drainage and everything further for the planning for the house, plus this one here. So we're keeping it at this point. So this is our first level of stones to try and build the height up.
We haven't done a lot of videoing. Oh, God, I'm hot. It's ridiculous. I'm complaining about the heat again. But we're just levelling off all that excess gravel and whacker plating it down. It's going okay. We're getting all the dusty stuff on now, the 020. But yeah, both of us, we've just got to get done because it's going to pour down with rain. We put a couple of old bags of cement, powder underneath, and any excess sand and whatever we had, because we're trying to just clear the site as well, so nothing's in the way.
Ian, look.
I know, look, it is a tiny little step
without breaking our necks.
Before, I think we've come up probably a good 12 inches from the level, and the driveway here, there, that used to be a massive dip, a big dip, but this isn't the finished surface. We've still got to come up a little bit, but we're going to do that a lot later on when everything's finished. This is a good test. We just had 2 days of torrential rain and the French drain is working really well. This is just a culvert we've dug out. But over to the other side, this is the other end of the grey pipe that we put in. There was a T, and that is flowing really well. The amount of water coming out of that. Well, I think that was quite a successful week project, like we said. We got all the gravel out the way, getting all the drainage done, and getting the driveway sort of near enough up to the finished surface height.
Well, we don't want to go any higher because we haven't got a finished
It's going to be
surface
a while before that happens. So all that blue stuff you see in the background,
Oh, that's
that's
the
the next bit. So if you like this video, give us a thumbs up because it does really help us.
Yeah.
And hit that notification so you can see the next one coming up. And we will see you in the next video. And I hope you're having a great new year already.
Yeah.
Bye for now.